Hey everybody, take a look. We've got a sweet grouping here of fidgets from a friend. Actually, friends plural. We've got some stuff here from Kev at Lefty EDC, and then also some items from Mel over at EDC Fidgets. And we're going to go through them here and discuss them and let you decide if any of them are right for you. So let's start here with my least favorite, but not least favorite because it's not well made or isn't a good product, but it's, whoa, that's weird. This is the Belay Spin, I think it's called. Not a haptic coin or anything. It's essentially just this little inlay here, this little coin that I see some people take out and they kind of rub it around the edge and, you know, just have fun popping it out. Sure. I think, and this is another one of those things, kind of like the Magician that I reviewed. It's not a bad product. It doesn't speak to the needs that I have, I guess. I don't find this to actually be a fidget. It's kind of like when you look on the sites, you might see some little boxes, like metal boxes, and it'll call itself a fidget. You know, they'll list it as a fidget, but it's a box for your fidgets. It's not a fidget itself. I think that's the same with this, because essentially, I guess what people use this for is they pop this out, you know, they carry it with them. Maybe they use it like a worry stone style or something, but it doesn't, not that it has like an indent or anything to it, but they'll pop this out and then use this on the golf course and use that for a ball marker. And then when they pick up their ball again, they pop that back in, and it's, I don't know, a handy way to track that, I guess. Neat. I don't really see any functionality to it otherwise. This doesn't, there's no feedback or anything. You can see this little spring that runs around the edge, and then it's got a little ball bearing in the middle. So when it clicks in, the spring turns on the edge, and it just kind of balances on that little ball bearing. So that's that. I'm not gonna hate on it, but I think it's best suited for something like that, like golf course. Kind of like the mini dealer is great for the poker table and not necessarily a fidget. So, interesting. Next, let's talk about, this is the Pillbug, and I'm using two hands just because of the angle of the camera here, but this thing's really cool. I think this is the Pillbug Youth from Go Bigger. There's a Pillbug Youth, there's a Pillbug Junior, I think, which is made out of plastic. This is like a blasted stainless steel or something like that. And then they have the, oh god, the Pillbug, the regular Pillbug that's like $700 or something crazy like that. You can see it's got these little flaps that when you spin it, they all kind of pop out. And I guess the best use of this would be to have the trits or whatever they call them, and the little lights set in there so that when you pop that out, you get a flash of color or something like that. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. I don't have any of those. But it's a interesting piece. Really cool. I'm not a big spinner guy, as many people know, but I did spend some time with this thing. I thought it was pretty cool. So definitely worth checking out. And this is the like middle tier option, I guess. You got the plastic You got the youth, and then you've got the high-end one. I'd say that this is just fine. So, very cool. Last thing from Kev was the Laugh Now, Cry Later coin from Compiform. So this was kind of the precursor to the Clover, I believe. Kev has perpetually sweaty hands, and so the Clover didn't work for him because it didn't have any grip, where this thing has some kind of depth to it, a little pattern. There's some little ridges to get a hold of it. And I don't mind it. You know, this is his Clover. He thinks that this is better than the Clover. Personally, I'd rather have the Clover. I think this is really cool, but part of the problem is that's it for the post. It's just that little rounded center there, and you've got a shallower track. So a lot of the times, if you see that how it kind of pops out of the track, Kev says it takes some practice and some getting used to, but you know, the Clover is essentially this, but takes zero time to learn. So I'd rather go Clover. I also don't know about the brown, whatever this is, bronze finish. That's not really my jam. It is a little smelly metals. But anyway, I mean, it's cool nonetheless. I love all of Compiform stuff. I think this is the perfect solution for Kev when it comes to, it's Kev at Lefty EDC, if I didn't already say that. Perfect solution for him. I'd rather have the Clover and get some of that louder snap to it. So, Laugh Now, Cry Later from Kev. Thank you, Kev, for letting me try that out. These last pieces are from Mel. So this is the Wanwu mini robot. This is a slider that comes with these bearings on the side that you can hear there. It makes them a little louder. It's also got a little push button in the middle. Kind of an interesting back to it there. Not perfectly symmetrical, so you get that little... So because of those bearings in there, it's definitely a bit noisier for sliders. But I don't hate it. I mean, it's cool. Now let's see if I can make... Oh boy. Make Preston happy there over at Big Mitts and Fidgets. He likes to see some good spins, so there you go. Good spinner. I think, you know, if you're looking for budget spinners, that's kind of fun. That this is a pretty good buy. I like having that kind of rattle in my pocket, and then also having a little button. It's not the best press. It's kind of a loose press, and you can tell it's kind of a loose sound too. It's not the most snappy, but still fun. So there you go. That's the mini robot from Wanwu. There we go. This one Mel sent to me, and it was in need of repair. She had a couple magnets that had fallen out and were put back in incorrectly. Who knows who could have done that? So this is kind of a multi-fidget. You've got a real snappy slide, and I think part of that is because of this lanyard hole. If you don't fill that, the little recessed lanyard hole there kind of gives it an extra pop at the end that I like. You can see my fingers still have super glue all over them from fixing this thing. So yeah, you get that little pop. You've got this little disc here, which is just, if you pop this out, the other side is just a bunch of little magnets that react with these magnets as they pass along. So you get that kind of clicky rotation. And that's fine. I'd probably use that the least if this were mine. This is probably the part that I'd use the most. On the back here, you've got this little kind of toggle looking switch on the back. That one's, I mean, you can just get some good kind of crunchy hopefully that sound's coming through and it doesn't look like me just doing this for a minute straight, but some really good sound out of that. I like that a lot. So that is the this is the TKEDC Dharma, and these are actually pretty I don't know about rare, but definitely expensive. The face doesn't do anything. That's just a little facial decoration thing. Boy, and I have the frame rate turned down so that you guys can see the spinners warp a little better, but definitely doesn't improve the video quality here. So anyway, that's the TKEDC Dharma, and this one's in zirconium and then brass. Pretty cool if you can find one. I think everything that I'm showing here you can find on the Inswork store. That's INSWORK store on AliExpress. And yes, AliExpress by all accounts seems to be legit now. So if you're looking for some of these, you can find some there. I mean, some do seem to be maybe upcharged a little bit in terms of the price, but check out the Facebook groups first and ask around, because there are some people that deal in those groups that will charge you just the actual amount. But AliExpress, check that out. This one is the I think it's the 3-in-1 spinner, and I honestly I couldn't tell you who makes it. I don't know, but this one's also on AliExpress. So this one, there we go. A pretty decent little spinner. I mean, it's definitely small, so getting a good, again, I hate using the word, but getting a good rip off of it is not as easy, but good spinner, fairly quiet, but it's got this little feature where you can also rotate, and you get this kind of ratchet and click as those magnets pass over each other. And then also a really loud clicker. So that's why they call it the 3-in-1. They're really trying to get innovative with these spinners. I know Mel over at EDC Fidget reviewed one the other day that spins, and then you push up and it separates in half and it's magnetic and it's a slider. So that's pretty crazy too. I think she might let me try that and I'll review it. But if you're into these little kind of tiny, maybe more novelty spinners, this guy's pretty cool. So that's the 3-in-1. And lastly, everybody knows that I am I love Cosmo 42, or 42 Cosmo rather. Good Lord, that's how much I love them. I'm really, everything that I'm trying from them is awesome. Just really, really cool. I actually have another one I just realized that I left back at my desk, but one that Mel sent me and I'm probably going to do a video of on its own. I'm trying to nail one down for myself. That is just a 42 Cosmo slider. So this is similar to the other ones that I've reviewed before, where it is just like the XXL Cosmo that I reviewed, except this one's Ultim. This one's called the Mermaid. So it's got that little kind of mermaid tail pattern. But they make this in all different designs, but only in China, with these little insert pieces. And that's what makes them so rare and hard to find, but it gives a lot of different play, because you can go up, over, down. It's interesting. I don't know that, I've got the regular X in Ultim that I like. I don't know that with having that I necessarily need the Mermaid as well, but they also have one out right now that they paired with YEDC, I think it is, the fidget that has the pig nose logo, and that one looks pretty cool because it's this, or maybe it's just the X, so it's just the 2 levels, and then has some kind of toggle switches on the top. That looks pretty sweet. So I'm going to be reviewing that one hopefully soon as well. But yeah, so I mean, this is cool. It's got a lot of playability, in terms of all the different things you can do with it, and you're not going to get bored with it anytime soon. But yeah, that's the 42 Cosmo Mermaid. So if you can find these, good luck. I'd scoop one up if you find it. And that is it. Fidgets from a friend. I think this is number 8. So thank you to all my buddies, Mel, Preston, Sean, Kev. Appreciate you guys always sending some really interesting stuff for me to check out. Really appreciate it. Again, I've got one more Cosmo slider from Mel that I will review separately. I really love that thing a lot. So I don't know why it's jumping like that. That's crazy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, check out Inswork store on AliExpress if you're looking to just kind of see some of these and get some pricing ideas. And then check out the Facebook groups. And thank you. And this is Kyle signing.